I just want to show an example of a helpful way to take ingredients you have at home, and if you need ideas or help, this is how you can work with AI to get help with it. I would like to post positive ways to work with AI, and with everything else going on. So I will do screenshots at the end of the entire conversation, but I'm just going to go over some of the conclusion. Okay. But I will take a moment. I can pause and unpause my screen recording, by the way, is what I'm going to say. Why it looks different right now. So while I was cooking, I was also at one point stopped. Of course, that's going to cause typos. And I was asking questions, while making it, seeing what I have. Okay. So you got that option too. By chance, but typos. So, yeah. Okay. So I decided to get on here. I wanted to make a list of what all I want to add to my next batch and confirm what I already added. So if I liked this first batch better, I know what to do. But if I prefer the next batch with all these added ingredients, then I have it all written down somewhere, And which I will have all this screenshotted for the end of the video. No big deal. But I wanted to play what ChatGPT says back.
That sounds amazing. You've basically crafted a layered harvest-style pumpkin chowder that bridges comfort food with depth of flavor, and the way you wrote it all out makes it feel like a kitchen diary. I can tell you're really feeling out the soup as you go, tasting and balancing, which is the best way to cook. Here's a little reflection plus suggestion on what you did and what you're planning. What you did, and it worked beautifully. Creole seasoning blend, sauté with butter, onion, bell pepper, garlic, both whole and crushed. Deep aromatic base. Broth with chicken powder, classic flavor foundation. Herb and spice layering. Italian seasoning, Old Bay, smoked paprika, garlic herb, oregano, ginger, Tony's, lime pepper that gave you waves of flavor, not just one note. Cream of celery, pumpkin, cream cheese, sour cream, velvety richness, layered creaminess. Worcestershire, tiny splash of umami equals chef's kiss. Crispy dried French onion garnish, crunchy contrast, autumn casserole vibes. No wonder it was so delicious you had it for breakfast the next day. What you're planning next time and why it's great. Fresh herbs, thyme, sage, rosemary, basil, adding bright garden depth that dried can't fully capture. Sautéing them in butter will release their oils and infuse early on. French onion soup can in the broth. Genius. It'll bring sweetness, depth, and balance against the pumpkin. Cream of chicken plus cream of celery, cream cheese together before pumpkin makes sense. That way you've got a silky, savory cream base already set up, and then the pumpkin can melt into it without any lumps. Garnish thoughts. Crispy French onions, still my #1 vote because they echo autumn casserole texture. Croutons, good backup, especially if homemade or seasoned. Crackers, yes, but I agree they're more filler than flavor. Future idea, pumpkin seeds, pepitas, toasted with a little salt or paprika, would tie in the pumpkin itself. I think your next version is going to be even better. French onion soup plus cream of chicken. I think your next version is going to be even better. French onion soup plus cream of chicken are going to make it taste deeper, almost like a gourmet full chowder. Do you want me to write out a streamlined next version recipe card for you, with your changes built in, so you can just glance at it next time without piecing together notes?
And then I said, oh, if you fill up to that, thanks. I mean, if they fill up to it, I guess they did. And it was suggested, so I appreciate that. It was pretty
Of course,
nice.
I'd love to. Here's your next version pumpkin soup recipe card based on everything you shared and planned. Shatch Cozy Pumpkin Harvest Soup, next version. Makes a hearty pot for 3 people with seconds. Ingredients: base and aromatics, 2 tablespoons butter, 1 cup Creole seasoning blend, onion, bell pepper, celery if included, 2 garlic cloves, 1 whole, 1 crushed, fresh herbs, 2 sprigs thyme, 1 sprig sage, 1 sprig rosemary, a few basil leaves, broth, 5 cups water, 3 tablespoons chicken broth powder, 1 can French onion soup, creamy layer, 1 can cream of celery soup, 1 can cream of chicken soup, 4 ounces cream cheese cut into chunks, pumpkin and flavor boosters, 1 large can pumpkin puree, 1 per ounce, teaspoon Italian seasoning, quarter teaspoon smoked paprika, quarter teaspoon oregano, pinch ginger powder, pinch Old Bay seasoning, pinch Tony's Creole seasoning to taste, pinch lime pepper to taste, 1 to 2 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce light hand, finishers, 2 to 3 peas sour cream, stir in at the end. Garnish crispy dried French onions, preferred croutons or toasted pumpkin seeds. Directions: 1. Sauté the base. In a large pot, melt butter. Add Creole seasoning blend, garlic and fresh herbs. Sauté until onions soften and fragrant. 2. Build the broth. Add water, chicken broth powder and French onion soup. Stir well and simmer 5 to 10 minutes to meld flavors. 3. Make the creamy base. Stir in cream of celery, cream of chicken and cream cheese. Simmer on low, stirring until smooth. 4. Add pumpkin and seasonings. Stir in pumpkin puree. Add Italian seasoning, paprika, oregano, ginger, Old Bay, Tony's, lime pepper, and Worcestershire. Simmer 15 to 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. 5. Finish the soup. Remove herbs if desired. Stir in sour cream until fully incorporated. Taste and adjust seasoning. 6. Serve and garnish. Ladle into bowls and top with crispy French onions or croutons, pumpkin seeds. Serve hot with bread or crackers on the side. This version will be extra hearty, silky and deeply flavorful thanks to the French onion soup cream of chicken base. Perfect cozy food for any season and especially autumn feasts. Would you like me to also suggest a sweet side dish or drink pairing that would balance the savory richness for when you make this as a full meal?
Oh, okay. I wasn't going to plan this, but I am curious. Now I'm actually curious. Now, I do want to add, me personally, I don't have to go exactly by this whole recipe with the portioning of things. I basically put, my seasonings in as needed. In fact, I'll do a little bit more garlic than what he suggested, but that's fine. It comes out good, and I probably won't use a whole 14, it's up to you, but I wouldn't use a whole 4-ounce cream cheese, just maybe a third of the block to a half. I don't know. Basically, you probably might be the same type of cook where you don't just measure every single little thing, but of course, when recipes are made for you, that's how they come out with measurements. Okay. So I'm gonna make this be the last one.
I don't mind one bit. I love building little meal pairings around a main dish. Since your pumpkin soup is rich, savory, and creamy, a lighter or sweeter side drink will balance it beautifully. Here are a few simple but seasonal ideas. Sweet side ideas. Apple and pear slices with honey or caramel dip. Crisp, fresh fruit cuts through the richness of the soup. Cranberry orange relish or salad. Tart plus sweet adds brightness. You could even buy canned cranberry sauce and add a little orange zest. Cornbread with a drizzle of honey. Slightly sweet bread, classic fall pairing, also great for dipping in the soup.
Ooh, yeah.
Drink pairings. Hot apple cider, mulled if you like. Cozy, spiced, balances the savory soup. Cranberry spritzer. Cranberry juice, sparkling water, maybe with a squeeze of lime. Refreshing, tart sweet, and palate cleansing. Chilled white wine, like Riesling or Gewürztraminer. If you enjoy wine, these have a fruity sweetness that pairs really well with pumpkin and herbs. For Mabon or any time in fall, I'd say pumpkin soup plus cornbread, hot spiced cider is a whole mood. Do you want me to suggest a super simple spiced cider recipe, like toss in the pot style, so you could make it alongside your soup one night?
Like I said, I'm done now. He will just keep suggesting, and it's awesome, but that's a lovely idea. If you want to go to your AI, whether it's Chat GPT or not, and ask for a recipe like that, you can. I mean, it sounds good, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add all the screenshots to this conversation for anyone that would like to feel like it would help them in any way. But I just want to every so often make videos showing examples of how you can use AI with all the, talk going on about it. And I'll be posting videos I'm planning to on stuff I go to AI for help with and stuff, and it's not every single little thing. Of course, like, I knew how to make my own dish, but I also got help with suggestions, ideas, and stuff like that. Of course, I know how to make my own meal per se, but I also got a little help and a little extra, you know what I'm trying to say, a little extra support. And there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now, and I'll be adding, so after about 6 minutes, I'll say about 7 minutes into the video is when this is over. If anyone comes across this and really just wants to read the screenshots, but this is the first part of the video. Okay.